Hey guys, I'm going to apologize right away for the amount of times that I'm about to blink and all this other stuff because I have pink eye. Look at this. Look at this eye. Look at that. That's ridiculous compared to my normal one. Ugh. So yeah, I was gonna wear my glasses because I can't wear contacts or anything, but the screen like glares at them, so can't really happen either. Okay, my question today that I'm going to talk about is my opinion on drinking in high school and underage, and if I'm going to drink. I felt like I should probably educate myself first. There was a survey that I remember I had to participate in because, like, school, they did it and blah, blah, blah. In 2009, Risky Behavior Survey found that among high school students during the past 30 days, so this is like in 1 month's time, 42% have drank some amount of alcohol. 24% have been binge drinking. 10% drove home or drove somewheres after drinking alcohol, so they drunk drove. And 28% rode with a driver who had been drinking alcohol. It says other national surveys indicate that in 2008, reported 28% of youth aged 12 to 20 drinks alcohol, and 19% report binge drinking from 12 to 20, 19%. In 2009, the Monitoring the Future survey reported that 37% of 8th graders and 72% of 12th graders had tried alcohol. 37% of kids that's like 12. 30% of 12-year-olds have tried alcohol. And 15% of those 12-year-olds have drunk in the past month. So it's not like when they were forever ago took a sip of their grandpa's alcohol. Like, it's like they've drank in the past month. Okay. Alcohol is just like any other drug, and it's going to happen. Oh my gosh, I just keep looking at my eye and it's so messed up. Ugh. Drugs happen. People hit depressions. People become alcoholics before they're even legal age to drink sometimes. I think that I don't really know how opinionated I am on this. I don't really necessarily scold people for drinking, really. I feel like alcohol is a really dangerous drug, though, like, more than what people think. Like, I guess I would rather smoke a ton of weed than drink a lot of alcohol, because weed isn't going to kill me in one night, whereas alcohol, you can drink too much and have alcohol poisoning. You can destroy your liver. You can die in one night from drinking alcohol. And I feel like when kids are drinking at 12 years old, that's when we really have an issue, because those kids are just small. Like, those kids are tiny. So obviously it's not going to take a lot to get them drunk, let alone to have them have alcohol poisoning and have to go to the hospital. But what 12-year-old wants to tell their parents that they just drunk themselves sick? I feel like that's where it's really an issue. I don't see as much of an issue with seniors in high school and college freshmen drinking early. I feel like when you're that age, it's really your responsibility to take care of yourself. And I don't think that, obviously, that decision is up to you whether you are going to drink or not, but I don't think that's like a huge issue that's like, oh my gosh, this is horribly shocking. Like, okay, seriously, they have, like, high school is stressful, and I understand why people turn to drugs and smoking and stuff like that. But what freaks me out is, like, the fact that, what was that number? 15% of 12-year-olds. That's what's crazy to me, is like, what? That's like, what is that, like 1 in 6, 1 in 7? Of all the 12-year-olds. Just, my little sister's 12. Like, that's what's really creepy, is like, she just seems so small to me. And to think that she could be drinking once a month is just like, what? Where do you even get alcohol when you're 12? It's not like you have a job where you can pay for it. It's not like you're old enough to be babysit yet. You're still getting babysat for some people. Like, it's just like, what? I think that's where the issue is like, when we have these tiny little kids starting to drink alcohol, because then when they get to the point where they're in high school and have time to make these decisions, like, and have time to think them through, it's too late. Chances are they're already addicted, and they're probably alcoholics before they even graduate high school. And that's when it's a problem, because then they don't have a choice. Like, they're already going to have that issue. That's what it's going to define their friends. It's going to define their education. It's something that's changing the whole course of their life before they even get a chance to start it. I feel like when you're in high school and you're almost about to graduate and go out into the real world, it's like if you don't have a head on your shoulders to be able to make your own decisions and to realize that things are out there that are going to hurt you, and you have to take things in moderation no matter how much you like them. I think when you're old enough to think about that, whether it's legal or not, it's not as bad of a thing as when you don't even choose what you eat for lunch yet, and you're about to change your entire life. Because there's no way that if you are drinking once a month that you're not going to be drinking much more than that by the time you're a freshman in high school. And I bet by the time you're a sophomore, you're going to start binge drinking. And by the time you're a junior, you'd better bet that you're probably an alcoholic. And when you're a senior, I bet every weekend all you do is look for the party, because chances are you probably go to school drunk a few times too. And when that happens, that's when we have an issue. If you start drinking when you're a senior, you're not going to just throw your whole life away and, oh my God, everything is going to blow up. Like, it's not like that. But when you start drinking at 12 years old, that's when we have an issue. And, like, I guess that's more of my opinion, is the younger you are when you start drinking, the worse it is. I don't know. I feel like I have family members that are I have immediate family members that are alcoholics, and one of them is also a chain smoker. He started smoking when he was 11. It changed my whole life, and I didn't even choose that. So his drinking and smoking when he was 12 and 11 impacts my life now. That's why it's such an issue, because it's not just your life that you change and that you affect. It's all the people that are around you and all the people that are going to come into your life in the future, because chances are 40 years later you're still going to be drinking and smoking, and that's not good, because that's taking off years of your life. And when I say years, I mean years. I'm not saying like you're not going to live like 1 or 2 years. No, I'm saying this could easily take off 20 years of your life. I'm kind of afraid that this guy that I'm talking about, by the way, is my dad. I'm pretty sure my dad is going to die in the next 10 years. He's not even 50 yet. But he's probably going to die by the time he's like 60, 61-ish. I have a brother who's 3 years old. Can you imagine losing your dad when you're 13 or when you're 12? The only good thing that's going to come of his smoking is the rest of his kids getting the shit scared out of them now. Because I have that in my blood, and so do I bet a lot of you do too. If you have an addict in your family, did you know that makes you more likely to become an addict of anything, of alcohol, of cigarettes? If your mom was a pothead, like same thing. Like if you try pot, you are a lot more likely to like it and to become an addict too. So someone asked me or in the same question, it said, am I going to drink? I have drunk before. Most high school kids have. But I don't drink. If that makes sense. Like, and I have smoked before, but I do not smoke. I can say I would not be taken in that survey as one of those people. I would not. The only box that I could have checked would have been haven't had any amount of alcohol except for church, and that doesn't count. I have not binge drank in the last month. I have not drove under the influence of alcohol in the last month. I did ride with a driver that was not sober, but that really wasn't my choice. So, no, I am choosing to keep my life at a more pure being just because I've seen what alcohol can do close up. And I also had a friend who got extremely drunk and she almost lost her life. I've seen drugs do a lot of very scary things, and that's why, although I've tried things because I want to understand why it was worth ruining my life and their lives, I don't keep it as a part of my life. I guess that's really all I have to say. I can't elaborate on this because it's a huge question and I can't really narrow it down to any one piece. But I think that alcohol is a problem because kids who drink are getting younger and younger and younger. And that's what's scary about it, because we can't control it anymore. So I'm sorry again for the amount of times that I'm just like blinking and stuff. I'm not wearing any makeup. And I thought maybe that would help, but I guess not. My eyes are burning. Look how big that is. That's disgusting. Hurts so bad. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, that's my opinion on underage drinking.